Welcome to Parallel Universe. She was one of the most compelling actresses of her generation. Born into Hollywood royalty, talented enough to escape its shadow completely, and then gone so suddenly and so completely that an entire industry stopped knowing what to do with her absence. But the story that is only now being told about Bridget Fonda is not simply the story of a woman who walked away from fame. It is the story of a woman who spent 30 years building an entirely different life in plain sight. And nobody, not the tabloids, not the industry, not even most of her former fans, had any idea. Bridget Fonda was born on January 27, 1964, in Los Angeles, California. The daughter of Peter Fonda. The granddaughter of Henry Fonda. The niece of Jane Fonda. A lineage so saturated with cinematic history that almost anyone else would have collapsed beneath its expectations. Bridget did not collapse. She built something entirely her own, single white female, point of no return, Jackie Brown, a simple plan, a body of work that demonstrated fearlessness, range, and a complete indifference to playing it safe. At her peak she was one of the most in-demand actresses in Hollywood. And then in January 2003 a serious car accident in Los Angeles changed the trajectory of everything. She was injured. She recovered. She married composer Danny Elfman in November 2003. And then, quietly and without announcement, she simply stopped being a public person. Here is where the double life begins. While the entertainment world filed her under retired and moved on, Bridget Fonda was doing something that nobody in her position ever does. She was living with complete and deliberate invisibility in one of the most surveilled cities on Earth. No publicist. No Instagram. No carefully timed paparazzi appearances to maintain relevance. No memoir. No podcast. No reality television pivot. Just a woman raising her son Oliver, born in 2005, attending school events and grocery runs and neighborhood walks like someone who had never once stood in front of a camera. The double life was not one of scandal or secrecy in the dramatic sense. It was something far more subversive than that. It was a Hollywood actress choosing, in real time and in total silence, to become a completely ordinary person. In a culture that treats celebrity as an identity that cannot be resigned, Bridget Fonda simply resigned it. And then lived the resignation out so thoroughly and for so long that the person she became on the other side bears almost no resemblance to the one the cameras used to follow. The photographs that surfaced in recent years showing her in Los Angeles produced reactions of genuine shock from people who had grown up watching her. She looked older, heavier, and entirely unbothered by both facts. She looked, more than anything else, like someone who had won something that most people in her position never figure out how to win. 30 years of a secret double life. The secret was never scandal. The secret was simply peace. And in Hollywood, that turns out to be the most radical thing a person can choose.